Hey, Facebook world. This is great. My hair was sticking directly up. Looking great and fuzzy as I'll get out. Just giving it a few minutes. Better late than never. I'm just came back from Mendon Ponds Park. I went hiking there and had hoped to do the video right from there. Except it started raining. Hi, Adam. Hi, Danny. So I didn't feel like sitting in the parking lot to do it in my car. So here I am, 6 o'clock, not too bad. Didn't really get rained on. The dogs were kind of dirty. I'm picking something off one of them. That was a tick. I'm picking a tick. I'm touching a tick. Sorry. It's okay. That's okay. I flea and tick stuff. Sorry, it was a tick that I picked off. I thought it was just a little bit of dirt, but it wasn't. Hi, guys. Hi, Tim. Hi, Jake. Oh, that just gives me something to do later to make sure there aren't any ticks on them. Hi, Maraid. Hi. Guys missed a mini meltdown. Hi, Latoya. Good to see you again. Glad you joined in. Hi, Casey. I just got back from Mendon Ponds Park, and the dogs have flea and tick stuff that I give them, but that was just the tick I took off of one of them. So I'm not pleased, but we'll figure it out. Hi, Patrick. Good to see you. Let's see. I had a really great reading. Well, first, before I even do that, how about happy 3 years to the Recovery Outreach Center? Today is the 3-year anniversary of the center's grand opening. So it's a pretty exciting day. Just to reflect back on the last 3 years, all the people that have come through our doors, all the events that have happened, all the opportunities, the ups and the downs. It's a lot. It's been a whole lot. Yeah. It just blows my mind. I talk about this sometimes, so if you guys are hearing it, if it's redundant, I'm sorry, but none of this feels real to me still, 3 years in, which is really, we're infants, right? We're babies, but it just doesn't feel real, Recovery as a whole doesn't always feel real. Everything that it's been able to accomplish doesn't really feel real. So it's just an incredible gift to be able to be part of this movement, to be able to celebrate 3 years of our outreach center's opening. There's actually one of those birthday or graduation convoys in front of my house, so there's a lot of movement. I think they started moving, so I kept getting a little bit distracted, but that's pretty cool. I love seeing those things. Just a way to, celebrate our people, our friends, our community, graduates, all those folks. I'd love to have a convoy around Recovery, just celebrating recovery. How about that? Maybe we could get a bunch of people to drive around. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I think I'm going to look into that, actually. Hi, Liz. Hi, Kurt. Welcome, guys. But today's little meditation was so spot on for what I was thinking, what I was feeling. Just wanted to share a little bit of it with you. It's the first day of May, and kind of new beginnings. Hoping April showers bring May flowers, right? Bring some growth and some gifts into our lives. Today I was feeling super duper anxious, and I'm not sure why. Nothing was really wrong. I was feeling maybe a little overwhelmed, but super anxious. And I didn't read the daily meditations in the morning. I kind of looked at it, trying to calm myself down, and it was just so perfect. It was spot on. And May 1st, learn to release old toxins. Just as splinters can get embedded in our body, old emotions and beliefs can act like toxins and become embedded in us too. We may have picked up residue along the way, beliefs we didn't consciously choose, feelings we weren't safe enough to feel, toxins from the world around us. I really liked how it mentioned feelings that we weren't safe enough to feel. Because throughout my recovery, over time, at different times, like new memories or old memories actually surface, things I didn't remember. And I believe that these feelings, these memories, these experiences come up when we're ready to address them or deal with them. And that's really been the case for me, that had I remembered some of these moments earlier on in my recovery or a different place in my recovery, I may not have had the capacity to process them. And then I think about these toxins from the world around us, the negative energy, the energy vampires, right? Or just the negativity. It's like the generic response, before when you ask someone, how are you doing? Everyone's like, good, and keep going, and I did this thing once where I would rattle off something bizarre, like, good, horrible, something, I don't know. And people would just be like so surprised, and some would just ignore it totally because it's just a conditioned response, right? You just say, how are you doing? And you keep going. You don't even wait for the response. And these days, I feel like anytime I say, or I ask someone, you might have the same experience, how are you doing? The response is, oh, hanging in, or oh, stir crazy. It's like the same blanket response, and it's sort of like has a way of draining our energy. It's not as sincere as it could be. Maybe I'm struggling because I feel overwhelmed, but I'm also exhausted because we're going through a period of grief, or we're going through a period of change. It's not, I'm celebrating today, or I'm having a wonderful day because, or an actual feeling, it's good and keep it moving, or it's meh, busy, keep it moving, right? And now is the time of cleansing. Now is the time to heal your body and emotions, your mind and your soul. If not now, then when, right? And I see a bunch of folks joined. Hi, two Nickies, Nikki and Nikki. Hi, Mo, Paul, Bob. Hey there. Hey, guys. So what beliefs and emotions do you need to heal? Look around at your life now. What are you thinking? What are you talking about? What issues are cropping up in your life? Who are you talking about? What are you remembering? Who has come back into your life? What hurts? Is that feeling familiar? When have you felt it before? These, as I was having my bout of anxiety today and I read this, all of those questions were just so relevant because it allowed me to reflect. It allowed me to dig deeper and to really think about where it was coming from. What are those toxins that I'm allowing in my life that are contributing to this anxiety? All right, because I have no control over what happens around me. I have no control over what people do. But I do have control over who I let into my life, and how I carry myself, and how I cope with situations. If somebody is continuously causing more anxiety for me, or making me anxious, what is my role in that situation? Because I don't have to allow them in my life, right? We could love people from a distance, we could care about them, but we really have to listen to our bodies and check in, right? So once you've identified what you're feeling and thinking, release it. Let the energy go. Let it leave your body. You can chatter all you want about what's going on with you, but that doesn't release the energy from your system any more than taking about a splinter takes it out. Sometimes the process will sting just a bit when you pull out that splinter, but don't worry, it won't hurt for long. And soon you'll feel better than you've felt in a long time. And that's so huge, right? Because our bodies are our barometers. If we just tune in and just really listen to what they're trying to tell us, we'll have a better understanding of ourselves, right? We'll have warning signs. We'll know the people in our lives and how they're affecting us, right? So identifying those feelings and the thinking for me, I don't know today. I couldn't quite figure it out. There's a couple of situations in my life that are creating some anxiety, and some have to do with revisiting old or letting people back into my life. Others are just the human condition, folks that spin and spiral. And I've been that person a bunch, right? If I allow my anxiety to own me, then I become that person that spirals. Then everything is like catastrophic. Everything's super intense. Everything comes out sideways. I'm not clear. I'm not concise in my thoughts or in my communication. But I could let that energy go. I could release those toxins. I could release that anxiety. In fact, I read this piece and I just sat in some meditation, and I'm not, usually it's like guided or music. I'm very distractible. So when I do meditate, I put some kind of guided imagery or something of that sort on. And today I read this passage and it just brought me so much relief. And I just sat, and I just let it go. And I felt so much better, Often the process of releasing old toxins can be as gentle and as natural as the way a flower or a tree grows with sunshine and rain. A bit of fertile soil and a little pruning and weeding. Growth can be gentle now. Growth can be fun. Breathe in new air. Breathe in new energy. Exhale the past, the feelings, the beliefs, and the toxins. Let it go. Let yourself be transformed. And that's really what I got out of this. That's what happened after I read this and sat in meditation, is I felt like I let all that stuff go. And I'm sure it'll come back, and I just continue to practice it. But having the ability, the awareness, and the insight to recognize some of those things is definitely a gift, because it's not something that comes naturally for me. It's really a gift. Hey, Trista and Emily, Shelly, Miss Arizona. Hey, Jackie, Mandy, Scott. Hey, you guys. So glad you joined in. It's another Friday and another day to be grateful for. The ability to let go of things that no longer serve us, let go of these old ideas, these fears too. I was talking with someone today about this feeling of like not doing enough. I don't reach out enough. I'm not working hard enough. I'm not right? And really that feeling for me, and we talked about this at length today, is related to fear. Fear that me, am not enough, right? Like I don't measure up. I'm not a good friend. I'm not a good partner. I'm not enough as a person. And I have to really look at that fear and recognize it and let it go. When it creeps in, those are old ideas. That's like the poison to my soul, right? These old ideas that I do have power over. I can give them power, or I can take my power. Take my power back and not have them dominate me. And that's really a pretty incredible gift of sobriety, of just, I don't know, freedom, right? For me, it's like it has a lot to do with being free from the grips of addiction, from a life of chaos and darkness to a life that's bright and full. Hey, Nellie, grateful for being here. Hurried up and ate dinner so I could join you. Hi, glad you ate. I'm going to eat after this, actually. I rushed back from the park. And hey, Hank, good to see you. Hey, guys. Yeah, I was thinking as I was walking, and it was a social distancing hike with a couple of friends. We kept some distance. And just thinking about human connection, we were talking about the Adirondacks, and missing hiking, missing going to the mountains, missing camping. And I started to think about, I don't know, all the people that are now flooding to the Adirondacks, right? Because they just reopened for hiking. The peaks did, and some campgrounds. And there's this level of like paranoia, I think, that's probably entered many of our lives, where since it's reopened and the weather is beautiful, and all these people that have been waiting to go, a lot of people don't necessarily care what kind of weather it is to go. But because we haven't had the ability and now we can, there's going to be flocks of people. And I was thinking about those very fragile trails, all the vegetation, it's so delicate. And yet these flocks of people, right, as we do, we're going to come in and disturb the peace of the mountains. So as much as I miss the mountains, I'm going to hold off going until, I don't know, the universe leads me there. I don't know. Melissa going to Letchworth tomorrow. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get out and about tomorrow. Somewhere, and I hope you guys do too. It's supposed to be really nice. I have some more planting stuff to do, stuff around the house. Yeah, so all really good things. Of course, like now that I'm home, the skies are blue, and before it was kind of supposed to be sunny, but it was dark and started to rain, and hence my hair is looking like it poofed into something. Jim, Grimes Glen tomorrow. Was it Grimes Glen? We were talking about Watkins Glen. They don't allow dogs, so I don't really go. Grimes Glen is nice. I was at Conklin Gully the other day in that neighborhood, or a couple of weeks ago, and it was really beautiful. And Jake wrote, I've been feeling that I'm not doing enough lately, but I constantly remind myself that I'm doing the best with what I've been given. I've been productive, but I feel lazy, being I'm not going anywhere to do these things. For me, it's important to do something that involves physical action that gets me feeling that sense of fulfillment. I have to constantly add variety to my life as well to keep life interesting. Absolutely. I agree with that. That is spot on. That feeling of not doing enough, and one of those things with the anxiety I was having, right, or any feeling, is I think a lot of times we're conditioned to avoid feeling or to not feel, right? When a feeling comes up, like, oh, let me get busy, let me go for a run, let me whatever, take it away. No. There's a dog walking by, arch nemesis, I'm sure. Like, let me hurry up and get rid of this feeling because it's uncomfortable. And we do that to such an extreme sometimes, especially those with substance use disorder. We avoid feeling in to such an extreme that it brings us back or brings us to drugs and alcohol, right? So what is Hazel? Hazel. Shh. I would yell louder, but I'm on video and you guys are gonna watch this later. Shh. Totally distracted. So the feeling, right? Like, what is the fear of that feeling, right? Like maybe avoiding feeling those feelings is what's giving them power, because what we know about feelings is they're not facts, they're just feelings, right? They can't kill us. So maybe we're meant to sit with those feelings and not run from them. And in sitting in those feelings, we see that we're safe, right? That they're not going to kill us, that we take our power back, right? We take our ability to process them and not have them take over our lives. So I think they're like gifts too, like gifts of anxiety, right? Is that we can sit through it, we can tolerate it, as painful as it might be, but it's not going to kill us. It'll make us stronger, right? It'll give us more tools. It'll help us see that we can get through anything. So I see Kelly joined, Joe joined. Hi guys, good to see you. Richard, hey. And I hope everyone's well. And I hope that you don't allow negative energy, negative feelings, experiences to take away from your peace of mind. I hope that you allow yourself to feel whatever it is, whether it's anxiety, whether it's happiness, whether it's defeat, right? Some days it's defeat. Feel it, experience it, let it go. That's probably been like the biggest, I don't know, like awakening of recovery is being able to let things go. You know, the people, the situations that no longer serve me, the people that cause me harm. I don't have to allow that kind of energy into my life. And just because someone, that was another thing I was talking to someone about, just because someone is trying to be nice, you know, and if my gut is telling me, I shouldn't, you know, allow someone into my life that's giving me that reaction, right? Because my body's my barometer. I don't have to. Just because we're sober doesn't mean we're all good people. So keep that in mind too. We're just humans. You know, the human condition, right? So I've just been rambling today. I don't know, from topic to topic. And then the dogs bark and they throw me off. So I think that's all I really have for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, Friday. Friday's my date night. I have my eucalyptus stress relief candles. I have a book that I've been dying to read. I have these dogs to curl up to. I might actually order some food instead of eat the boring stuff I make. So I hope you treat yourselves well. Really, really treat yourselves well. Celebrate your strengths, celebrate your accomplishments, celebrate all the gifts that recovery, any kind of recovery, addiction, life, shopping, gambling, relationships, recovery from trauma. Really celebrate the life that you have and that your recovery has given you. And yeah, I think that's it. Get outside, be good to yourselves. Self-care, date night Fridays. And I hope you get out tomorrow, because when we go live again, I want to hear all about where you went and what you did, and share some new places with the rest of us. All right, guys, enough out of me. Have a great night. Thanks, Joe. See you tomorrow. Bye.